They tell you to cross your legs when going down a water slide? Great question. I would love to tell you. Now, water parks, not my thing in any way, but I spent a lot of time at them because of the YMCA. People, germs, touching things that literally haven't been dry in 10 years. My age would have required me to stay with the younger kids, but my body physically qualified me to ride the rides with the older kids if I wanted to. Did I want to? Absolutely not. I would have rather plucked my eyelashes out one at a time than walked up the staircase to those death slides that are basically swaying in the wind like a wet feather. But I also was the youngest of 3 boys and the only girl, and I was told my entire childhood that I could not do things that my brothers could do because I was too young and I was a girl. So if I was given the option to do something that older kids were doing, you bet. I look one last time back at the safety and comfort that I am leaving behind, which is the lazy river and my goggles, which is going to be an absolute nightmare for my corneas. And I have a camp counselor catch my eye and go, "Are you sure you want to do this? Like, you don't have to do this." And I was like, I am not sure. And then I just walk away. We are making our way up to the top of the slide, one stair at a time, and I ask, "Is it supposed to shake that bad when it's windy?" And the chaperone goes, "Oh no, it's supposed to do that. That's in case of an earthquake. It doesn't snap in half. It just sways." Okay. I watch a few older boys go ahead of me, and they are all run through the same script. Sit down, cross your legs, hold any contraband items in your hands such as hats, goggles, headbands, cross your arms over your chest, and do not, I repeat, do not uncross your limbs at any point in the ride until you are completely done sliding. This is for your safety and the safety of others. How many times has someone lost a limb on this ride that those have to be such explicit and specific instructions immediately before you launch me back into Earth's atmosphere in a sliding puddle of community water? I am immediately rethinking my decision as I watch my friends get launched in front of me, but the only thing worse than actually going through with it would be to turn around and go back down the stairs that you just waited an hour and a half for and pass all the people that are waiting. There is now only one person between me and that slide, and that is the ride operator, who I hope would be a very well-trained lifeguard. I sit down and he runs me through the script. 3, I'm terrified. 2, this is the worst mistake I've ever made in my life. 1, I think this is it for me. Bless. Honestly, I had the time of my life. The view is breathtaking. The weightless feeling is what I would imagine heaven would feel like, and my headband only slapped me in the face a couple times. I would consider that a success. And as I am nearing what I think is the end of the ride, I catch eyes with my chaperone, who is there to cheer me on because she's proud I did something I was scared of, and she starts clapping, and without thinking, I untuck my entire body and give my arms a little celebratory shake like I did it. The thing is, the force with which you are meeting a still body of water, it's explosive. And when your body is not properly tucked, that water only has a few places it can go. So follow the directions all the way. Thank you. When I was 18, I studied abroad in Paris through my local community college that I was attending at the time. And I don't even know how that's a possibility through a local community college, but it is, so I took it. And then I paid for it myself by working my butt off and saving every single dollar I earned as a server under my mattress until it was time to pay for the trip, and I paid for it myself. So then I am there, and it turns out 18 is the legal drinking age in Paris. So I partook. Towards the end of my trip, I had like a few extra dollars to spend, and I was like, you know what? I'm going to get everything I possibly can for my family with these like $50 that I have in my pocket. Turns out you can get a lot of little mini bottles of wine at 18 in Paris for $50. And so I did. I bought as many as I possibly could, and I filled my entire suitcase with it. And then when you're flying home, they hand you this little card that's like, "Hey friend, did you buy anything in another country that you're bringing into this country? Because if so, we would love to know." And I was like, hell yeah, I did. An entire suitcase of wine. And they're like, awesome. So then they unzip my suitcase because I told the truth. And then they take the wine out because I'm not legally allowed to own wine at 18 years old in the United States. And then had to escort me to my family with 2 police officers on either side of me. And then when we got to my mom, I was like, surprise, these are my new friends. They have some gifts for you. And they didn't think that was funny.